Shamrock was very smart, by the way, which I really appreciate about him. And at that time, we were wrestling each other every night, so I got a chance to get to know him very well and work out with him. And he was just like, you might just stick with this first. Like, there's a real shot here. Like, you got something here. Stick with this. And if you remember, he started in pro wrestling.
Yep.
And then went over when you were there, right, in the early days of the UFC.
Yeah, he was dominant in MMA in the early days. He was one of the first guys to figure out conditioning. His gym, the Lion's Den, was notorious for being absolutely brutal with their strength and conditioning routines.
Yeah.
They would put people through a fucking gauntlet to join that team. And it was one of the most difficult teams to join. They were like legendary sessions that they would put you through. They would try to break you.
Yes.
And he would just try to let you know, like, the worst thing you want to be in a fight is tired. And you are going to get tired as fuck training with us, so that the fight's going to be easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they developed some amazing fighters.
Yeah.
So many. The early days of MMA. His brother Frank was one of the very best. He was one of the very best complete MMA fighters, in my opinion. The first truly complete MMA fighter we saw, and a guy with insane cardio.
Insane.
And that was one of the things about Frank, is that he could just fucking go forever.
Yeah.
And he, like, when he beat Tito Ortiz, Tito was much bigger than him, stronger than him, and he just overwhelmed him with volume and cardio, and eventually beat his ass.
I remember that.
It was, and that taught Tito a giant lesson.
And he was in crazy shape too.
Crazy shape.
Both of them.
Jacked.
Yeah.
Jacked.
Frank and Ken.
Yeah, and Frank was fighting. I mean, he had been training for like a year and a half, and he was fighting in Japan.
Yeah.
I mean, just insane.